All right, welcome back. This is going to be probably the most complicated thing we've done with MakeCode so far. It's going to be trying to get the ball to bounce off of the sides of this. And the problem is we have different sort of boundaries all along here. So what I want to do is create a new function for this. We'll say function, and it's going to be bounce block. And now in this case, I don't need the ball because I know we're only going to have one ball, but I do need the block because we might end up having multiple blocks. So I'm going to pass the block in, and whenever you pass a parameter in with TypeScript, it needs to know the type of that. So the type of that is going to be sprite. And that's going to be very, very helpful because now if I type block dot, it'll give me all of the stuff related to sprites. So it's actually, even though it's a little bit inconvenient, by typing it, we can know exactly what type we're working with, and our VS Code can help us with autofilling stuff and figuring out functions and whatnot. Okay, so we have our ball and we have our block. Now, think about what happens when a ball actually collides here. Let's say it collides with the left side. What is the collision actually? Well, it's the right side of the ball hitting the left side of the box. So if I detect when the right side of the ball is overlapping the left side of the box, meaning that the x value of the ball is greater, or the right side of the ball is greater than the x value of the left side of the ball, or left side of the block, then that's considered an overlap. Now the problem with that is, if let's say the ball is over here, well then that's also the x value of the right side. If the ball's inside of here, the right side is still greater than, actually anywhere over here, the right side of the ball is greater than this. So we don't want to just check the right side being inside of the left boundary of the box. We also need to check that the left side of the ball is outside of that boundary, and that will prevent any right side collisions from detecting as a left side collision. So it's kind of weird, but hopefully we can demonstrate how this works here. But in order to do that, we have to calculate the left, right, top, and bottom of our block. So we're going to say start with block left. And what is the left side? It's going to be our block.x minus our block.width divided by 2. As we've done before, we know we have to cut it in half, and that's going to give us this x value here. And then we're going to do that again. Let block right equal block.x plus block.width divided by 2. Okay, and now we do this with block top, block.y minus block.width divided by 2, and then block bottom, block.y plus block.width divided by 2. So now I have the x value for the left, the right, and the y value for the top and the bottom. I need to repeat this process for the ball, actually. So actually, let's just do it manually. So let ball top equal ball sprite.x, because we're not passing the ball in, so we're using this ball sprite global variable instead, minus ball sprite.width divided by 2. Let ball, oh sorry, that was supposed to be ball left. Ball left, ball right equals ball sprite dot x plus ball sprite dot width divided by 2. Okay. Let ball top equal ball sprite dot y minus ball sprite dot height divided by 2. Whoopsies, this is supposed to be height. Did anyone catch that? Whoops. That's height, not width. Because, our width and height might be the same, but in the case of our block, it's not. So let ball bottom equal ball sprite dot y plus ball sprite dot height divided by 2. Okay, so now I've got the boundaries of the entire thing. So how do I check if the ball is within this left boundary here? Well, I need to check if ball right is greater than the left boundary, which would be block left. But also I want to check that the left side of the ball is less than block left. So that makes sure that the ball is not in the middle or on this side. It's only going to be when the ball's overlapping here, but the left side of the ball is still outside of here. And then what do we want to do? The same thing we did when we hit the left, or when we hit the right wall here. We wanted the Vx to be negative at that point. And the way we make it negative is we say Vx equals absolute value of Vx, but we set it to negative. And now we're going to have to set our velocity like we did before outside of here. And this is not abs, it's math.abs, like that. And let's not destroy the ball. Instead of destroying the ball, we're going to do the bounce block and pass the block in. So now every time it's overlapping, we're going to call this bounce block. Look at that. It actually bounces off the left side of the wall. It's not going to bounce off any other ones, but we got it bouncing off the left side of the wall. So we just have to repeat this process for the other ones. And it requires you to be very focused here. But let's go ahead and try to copy and paste and then change the values that need to change. So this is going to be for the right boundary, which means we're going to change the block left to right and the block left to right. And the ball right in this case should be less than the block right, and the ball left should be greater than the block right. And then we get rid of this negative. Now this is positive. So now the right side of the ball should be less than the right side of, wait. No, that's incorrect. This was correct, actually, strangely enough. Leaving it exactly the same is correct. Because the right side of the ball should be greater, which means on this side of it, and the left side of the ball should be less than, which means this side. So let's see if we can actually get a right collision here. And just double check that this works. There it goes. See? Boom. Perfect. Good work. And now we're going to do the same exact stuff, but with the top. So we'll say if ball, let's start with, which one aligns with this better? Well, the left collision is this way, then that's the same thing as the bottom collision. Let's do that. So we'll say ball top is greater than or less than the bottom of this bounding box. Well, the ball top would be less than. No, then we're doing it wrong. We should be doing the other way around first. So ball bottom, if the ball bottom is greater than the block top. So if it's greater than the block top, and if the ball top is less than the block top, then we will set the Vy to equal negative math absolute value of Vy, because this is going to be when it hits the top, we're going to set it to negative so that it bounces that way. See if we can get a top collision here. Close, not quite. Boo. So close. Come on, we can do it. Just want to check it before I do the rest of the logic. This looks like it's going to be it. Oh, it was so close, wasn't it? That's not going to hit. Yeah, maybe we just don't have the... Maybe mathematically it's not going to work out. It looks like it's going to keep missing. Maybe we just go for the bottom and... ooh, so close. There. Yes. Okay, that actually did work because it hit the corner, so it actually hit both. It hit both of them, so that's fine. Let's do the same thing with the bottom, and remember that all we really have to do here is just change this and this to bottom and bottom, and then change this to positive, like this. And now we should be bouncing off of all of the sides here.